Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Albert Einstein, that's me. Happy birthday to me.
Well, hello there, Albert.
Hello, Louise.
And how is my smallest and most interesting neighbor today?
I'm very excited. I'm wunderbar. That's German for wonderful. Do you know why I feel so wonderful?
Because today's your birthday.
How did you guess?
Well, for one thing, you're holding a birthday balloon. And for another thing, you've been telling me it's almost your birthday for weeks now.
Yes, I see. Well, I've come to ask you a very important question.
All right, but first, I have something for you. You just wait a moment. I'll be right back.
Oh, boy. I really hope it's her cake recipe. That's what I came to ask for. I've always wanted a birthday cake, and so this year I've decided to bake my own. The only problem is, I don't know how. For some reason, no one ever bakes me a cake for my birthday. It seems like every year on March 14th, I get lots and lots of pie.
Yes, it's a pie. Happy birthday, Albert.
Oh, thanks, Louise, but
But what?
oh, nothing. Thanks for the pie, but I better get home.
Albert, you've got that funny look on your face. The one you get when something's wrong. Tell me what's wrong.
Oh, nothing's wrong, Louise. The pie looks delicious. It's just, I'm being silly.
Oh, we're such good friends. There's nothing you can't tell me. Now, out with it, Albert.
Well, it's just that I really wanted a birthday cake.
Oh, I can bake a cake. It's easy, well, as easy as pie.
Huh, okay. Well, I'd like to bake one myself. I want it to be an experiment, and I wanted to ask for your recipe.
Oh, I don't have a recipe. I keep it all right here in my head. But I can talk you through it if you like.
That sounds wunderbar.
All right, come on into my kitchen.
All right, let the cake experiment begin.
Alright, first we need a bowl.
Ah.
Get that there, and I'll take the pie bag. Alright, and let's see, you got the bowl. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with butter and cream.
Ah, butter and
I'm
cream.
sorry, butter and sugar to make cream.
Oh, we have to make cream. Okay. Interesting.
There's the sugar.
Oh.
There's the butter. And now you cream it.
And how do I do that?
Well, you just stir the two together.
Oh, like this?
Yes, but you gotta do a little more than that.
Oh, like this?
Maybe not so hard. Just keep stirring until it becomes cream.
This cake experiment is more challenging than I expected. And this doesn't look like cream.
Well, that's almost enough, but not quite. Just cream it some more.
Okay.
Alright, that looks pretty good. See, you got some good air bubbles in there. So you can stop creaming now.
And what was the purpose of all that labor?
It makes the cake nice and light and airy. If you don't cream your butter and sugar, your cake is going to be very dense.
Oh, I see. Those little bubbles of air will make the batter become lighter in the cake. It'll be light and airy, as you say. Interesting. So, bubbles in the batter lead to bubbles in the cake.
Yes. And next, we'll add some eggs.
Add some eggs.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay,
protect our bubbles.
What do you mean?
Well, right now the bubbles are held in place by the butter, which at room temperature here in the kitchen is solid. But when we put this in the oven, the batter is going to be hot. And then, do you know what's going to happen to the butter when it gets hot?
Well, it's going to melt.
That's right. The butter melts and becomes a liquid. And then it can no longer hold the bubbles in place. And then the bubbles would normally escape, but this is where the eggs come in. The eggs are not like the butter. They're liquid right now. But what happens to eggs when they get hot?
Well, they get cooked.
Yes! They get cooked and become a solid. So, the eggs will hold our bubbles in place inside the cake. I'm going to make a note of that.
I'll get some more ingredients.
All right. What's next?
Alright, so now we're going to add exactly 2 cups of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And stir it together.
All right. So, this flour will add structure to our cake, which should, when working with the egg, preserve our bubbles and hold the cake together. And baking soda will provide our cake with acidic ingredients, which will release carbon dioxide when it gets wet. And that increases the size of our air bubbles. Let me write that down as well. Interesting, interesting. So, carbon dioxide released by the baking soda leads to larger air bubbles. What do we add next?
I got milk and vanilla.
Milk and vanilla. Okay. So
we need 1.5 cups of buttermilk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Okay. So the buttermilk and vanilla are liquids. And when they combine with the sugar in our batter, something happens to the sugar. Do you know what happens when you mix the liquids with the sugar?
Yes, it dissolves.
That's right. It dissolves. It's still there, and so our cake is going to taste sweet, but it won't be grainy in texture anymore. I'm going to write that down too. Okay. Liquid dissolves in the sugar. What's next?
But now, you pour it in the pan.
Alrighty. Grab the bowl. Okay, whoops. I'm going to bring this back to the kitchen.
Right, and I'm going to put this in the oven.
Nice. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait for my cake. I bet there's all sorts of fascinating chemical reactions going on in that oven.
The cake is starting to rise.
Oh, well that could be the process of thermal expansion. The air in our cake is expanding in the heat of the oven. Oh, how interesting.
It's almost ready.
Thermal expansion! Thermal expansion! What's next? What's next? What's next?
Well, it's going to turn nice and golden brown, and that's how we'll know it's ready, and we'll pull it out of the oven.
Oh, the browning process is called the Maillard reaction. The amino acids of the proteins in our cake react with the sugar to create that brown